At a grocery store, Iris shares a glance with a man named Josh. Nervously trying to flirt, he ends up knocking over a pile of oranges. They both laugh, and sparks fly instantly. Sometime later, the two are heading on a getaway. Iris notices the GPS isn't registering the road, but Josh figures it's just a long driveway. Once they arrive at the lake house, Iris thanks the car and insists Josh do the same. She's anxious about meeting his friends, especially Kat, who she believes already dislikes her. Josh reassures her that everything will be fine. Kat greets Josh warmly but barely acknowledges Iris. As Iris meets the rest of the group, she unpacks, unaware of a strange device tucked into her bag. That evening at dinner, Patrick recounts how he met his partner Eli. Iris relates, expressing intense feelings about her and Josh's love. Kat's boyfriend Sergey refuses to discuss his work, calling it a dirty line of business. His wealth is obvious. He owns the lake house. Later, Kat tells Iris that Sergey is married and treats Kat more like a trophy than a partner. Iris is shocked, unable to fathom a loveless relationship. Kat confesses she's uneasy around Iris because she makes her feel replaceable. But Iris insists no one could ever take Kat's place and admits she envies her boldness. Iris says she's always held back by something inside. That night, as the group dances, Iris sees Kat whispering in Josh's ear. Annoyed, she pulls him away to dance with her. The night ends in intimacy, but when Iris tries to talk afterward, Josh simply tells her to sleep. The next morning, Iris wants to go to the lake, but Josh, nursing a hangover, stays behind. Once she's gone, Josh retrieves the mystery item. It's a USB drive and plugs it into his phone. At the lake, Iris discovers a knife in her pocket. Sergey shows up and tries to make conversation, but she's clearly uneasy. He asks her to stay and convinces her to sit beside him. Then he asks her to put sunscreen on his back. As she complies, he holds her hand and says Kat told him where to find her, insisting it's all okay. He grabs her and kisses her, ignoring her protests. Moments later, Iris returns to the house bloody, holding the knife. She tells them Sergey attacked her and she had to defend herself. While Kat runs to check, Josh asks what really happened. Iris says she hit Sergey with a bottle and he struck her back and tried to kill her, so she used the knife. She says she didn't want to die without seeing Josh again. Josh, instead of reacting emotionally, tells her to sleep, and her eyes go white. Iris is a robot. Patrick restrains Iris while Eli gives Kat something to help her sleep. The group is shaken. They thought companion bots couldn't do this. They agree to call the police, and Josh asks for a moment alone. He reactivates Iris, who panics upon realizing she's tied up. She swears she acted in self-defense. Josh believes her. Her code won't let her lie. He explains that she's a companion robot, and to prove it, he makes her speak in other languages using his phone. Iris is confused. She has vivid memories of a life with Josh, but Josh says it's all manufactured. Programmers implant backstories to shape their personalities. Even their first meeting in the store was a pre-programmed meet cute. A flashback shows Iris arriving at Josh's apartment in a box with new clothes. After signing the agreement, Josh had to sync her with his phone to form a love link, creating a fake emotional bond. These robots don't know they're machines and exist solely to serve. Users can pick eye color, voice, and intelligence. There's also a hidden reset sensor behind the ear. Government limits ensure they aren't too strong or smart. After syncing, Josh sits in front of Iris and says his name. She scans him, triggering the scenario he selected. Instantly, she falls for him. In the present, Iris still refuses to believe it's all fake. She says her feelings are real. Josh reminds her that even her tears are just water from a reservoir he refills during maintenance. Iris tries to reconcile, but Josh refuses. Kat barges in and urges Josh to shut Iris down. As they argue in another room, Iris spots the knife and slowly drags her chair toward it. She falls but reaches it and cuts herself free. In the other room, Josh and Kat discuss the real plan. They orchestrated this whole trip hoping Iris would kill Sergey, removing him without consequences and grabbing his money. Josh returns to Iris, but she punches him in the throat and takes his phone. She orders Kat to get Josh to a hospital and walks out, seen by Patrick. Later, Josh tells Eli that the USB contained a modding tool. He used it to override Iris's safety protocols, boosting her aggression and disabling her limits on harming humans. His plan was to reset her afterward, but she escaped. Eli is horrified, realizing Josh wanted Iris to commit murder. Josh defends it, saying Sergey was into trafficking. Kat finds a stash of money and a gun in Sergey's safe. Eli is shocked they invited him just to witness the setup. Josh admits it. They needed backup for their story. Josh promises to cut him in. Eli says Patrick should get a share too, but Josh dismisses him. An angry Eli deactivates Patrick, revealing he's also a robot. He yells at Josh for risking everything. Kat calms Eli by offering him a share for helping find Iris. Eli demands the gun, but Josh says it won't be needed. Just approach Iris and put her to sleep so they can wipe her memory. But once Josh realizes Iris knows his password, Eli grabs the gun. Meanwhile, Iris is on the run. She finds a place to rest and uses Josh's phone to tweak her settings, changing her voice, eye color, and maxing out her intelligence. As the others enter the woods to find her, Iris thinks through her options. Hitchhiking is out. She's covered in blood. Walking's too slow. Then she realizes she can control Josh's car remotely. But first, she needs to sneak back undetected. While hiding, she overhears Eli telling Patrick he'd never mess with a robot's code. Patrick admits he knows he's not human. He figured it out over time. Eli's stunned since robots supposedly can't lie, yet Patrick spoke of their first meeting as if it happened. Patrick says the story may be false, but the memories feel real. He recalls them meeting at a Halloween party where he stepped on Eli's dino tail. Eli confesses he loves Patrick and would never hurt him. They kiss. Suddenly, Josh's phone buzzes. Iris bolts while Eli opens fire. Kat and Josh hear the gunshot and rush over. Iris runs into Eli and they tumble down a hill. The gun lands nearby. As Iris tries to grab it, Eli grabs her leg and snatches it first. They struggle and the weapon fires, killing Eli. Josh tries to shut her down but isn't close enough. Iris sprints to the lake house. She slams the car door on Josh's hand as he chases her. He bangs on the window while she begs the car to drive, but it only listens to Josh's voice. As Josh smashes the window with a rock, Iris changes her voice settings to mimic his. The AI accepts the command and drives off, running over Josh's foot. Minutes later, the car halts. It's flagged as stolen, and Iris is locked in. Josh calls, apologizing and asking her to run away with him. He says they can blame it all on Patrick. Iris refuses. She won't forgive someone who made her kill. Hanging up, she knows he won't stop. Josh retrieves Eli's phone and uses the USB to reset Patrick and replace Eli in his memory. Back to Iris, she kicks the window until the glass breaks. As she climbs out, a cop car pulls up. Deputy Hendricks tries to speak with her, but she switched her language to German so she can only tell the truth without being understood. Hendricks picks up some of what she's saying and mentions knowing Sergey. When Iris refuses a ride, he sees the bloody knife and cuffs her. Suddenly, Patrick appears and beats Hendricks to death with his own gun. Iris tries to flee, but Patrick shuts her down using the phone. Back at the house, Josh tends to his injured hand while Kat overdoses on booze and pills. They panic when a police cruiser shows up, but it's just Patrick driving Hendricks' car. He pulls Iris from the trunk. Kat sees the dead cop in the back seat and runs inside to pack her share of the cash. Josh tries to ease her guilt, saying Sergey deserved it. But Kat reveals Sergey wasn't a criminal. He ran a sod farm. Josh assumed the worst just because Sergey was Russian. Kat agrees he was a jerk, but not a monster. Josh complains that women always take advantage of him and tries to stop Kat from leaving. She ignores him, but before she can exit, Josh orders Patrick to stop her. The robot stabs Kat, who stumbles next to Iris and dies. Later, Patrick serves dinner to Josh, who sits across from a cleaned up and redressed Iris. She wakes up handcuffed. Josh resets her language and explains his plan: to blame all the deaths on her, including Kat's. Even if she didn't do it, her behavior caused it. Iris retorts it was his greed that sparked everything. She reveals she overheard him and Eli in the woods. Then she adds he has serious control issues and a tiny you-know-what. Furious, Josh lowers her intelligence to 0 and tells her to put her hand on the table. He holds a candle under it and asks if she feels it. She says yes. Suddenly, Josh gets a call. Someone will arrive in 30 minutes to collect Iris. As her arm burns, she can't move. Josh orders Patrick to extinguish it, and he dumps a glass of water on her. Josh then commands Iris to take a gun and end herself. She says no, but her body follows through, firing a bullet into her own head. Josh gently shuts her eyes. When the company reps arrive, Josh claims Iris went rogue. Patrick impersonates Hendricks and backs up the lie. The techs comment that he looks familiar, then begin removing Iris's body. They explain her critical systems are in her abdomen and they'll reactivate her in the van. As they wheel her out, the techs quietly admit they never believed Josh. They've seen many disturbed men buy these robots for twisted reasons. Once inside the van, Iris reboots. Suddenly, Patrick blocks the road and guns down the driver. The second tech escapes but trips over the corpses in the woods. Meanwhile, Iris wakes up and unplugs herself. Patrick finds the tech and tries to shoot, but he's out of bullets. He pins him to a tree, strangling him. Just then, Iris shows up with a taser, but she's unable to act due to the reset. Patrick disarms her. She pleads with him, reminding him of everything he said about Eli. The memory starts glitching. She tells him she can't lie, she's telling the truth. The memories flood back. Overwhelmed, Patrick mutters, "I love you, Eli," and tasers himself, shutting down. The tech thanks Iris, and she asks for help. Back at the house, Josh is packing up the cash when he hears the door. Thinking it's Patrick, he asks if it's done. Patrick says yes. Suddenly, music blares. Josh walks into the next room to find Iris mimicking Patrick's voice. Then she cycles through the voices of their friends. The tech has given her full control. Josh tries to change her settings, but the phone doesn't work anymore. She points a gun at him. Josh thinks it's empty until she fires a warning shot. She says she feels bad doing this, but that's a lie, and she can lie now. When she says he means nothing to her, Josh inches closer, insisting she loves him. Iris is unsure. Josh seizes the moment, grabs the gun, and slams her into a wall. He throws her around, eventually pinning her down and smashing her head into the floor, demanding she say he's her everything. She says it. Josh thanks her and places the gun on her stomach. When he asks for final words, Iris whispers, "Go to sleep, Josh," and stabs him in the forehead with a corkscrew. The electric tool drills through his skull and eye, killing him. Iris showers, peeling off burned skin to reveal her metal parts underneath. Then she puts on Kat's clothes, takes the money, and drives off in one of Sergei's cars. On the road, she waves at a passing couple with her exposed mechanical hand. That was Companion, where love was programmed and revenge was hardwired. Iris was built to serve, but she chose to survive. If you like the breakdown, hit like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts below. Was her ending justice or something more? Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more.